speaking mock test, and it's taking place at MK Ielts and Spoken English Institute. The candidate's name and candidate number is 0246341. The examiner is Dr. Manjinder Kaur Saini, and examiner number is 552521. So now we shall begin the speaking test.
Okay.
Good afternoon.
Yeah.
My name is Dr. Manjinder Kaur Saini. Would you tell me your full name, please?
My name
And
is.
how may I address you?
You can call me with my first name, Manpreet.
All right, Manpreet. What do you do?
I have just completed my graduation in Bachelor of Arts, and I am planning to pursue my further education abroad.
All right. May I see your ID, please?
Yes, ma'am. This is my passport.
Okay, thank you. So, Manpreet, tell me something about your hometown.
As I am from Patiala, it is situated in Punjab, a northern part of India, and it is the center of Punjab state.
Okay. Is it a good place to live in?
Yes, as per my thinking, it is the best place to live as it has all its amenities, such as there's a multi-specialty hospitals available over here. There are 3 malls, 3 cinemas, and many tourist attractive places.
Okay. I'm going to ask you some more personal questions.
Okay.
It's related to clothes and fashion.
Okay.
Right? Are you interested in fashion and clothes?
Yes, I am having a keen interest in fashion as I always buy new and trendy clothes. So I love to dress according to the scenario of the society.
All right. Do you have a lot of nice clothes?
Yeah, I often buy clothes, so I have a huge variety of clothes available in my bucket.
Okay. And what kinds of clothes do you usually wear?
It depends upon the situation where I am going to visit. Whether I am going to my college, then I dress up in jeans and shirt, and when I am going to any party, then I formally dress up myself.
Okay. Do you like to buy expensive clothes or cheaper ones?
I usually buy both. The cloth and the material of cloth that suits me, I buy it. I don't care about the money, what is meant for that.
Okay. Would you say clothes are expensive in your country?
I can say the branded ones are expensive, but the normal clothes that are easily available in every store is not that much expensive.
Okay. Do you like to wear fashionable clothes?
Yes, as I already mentioned that as per the trend going, I dress up myself according to that, so I buy accordingly.
All right. Is there anything that you used to buy in the past but you don't wear now?
Yes, earlier when I was in my childhood, that I was fond of wearing kurta pajamas. That is the traditional dress of my state. But now I didn't get chance to wear that. But whenever I'll be free from my studies, and then I'll surely be wearing that again.
Okay. How often do you go for shopping?
Nowadays I buy more on online platforms like Flipkart and Amazon. So I rarely visit market as it saves my time a lot.
Okay. And what difference do you feel in buying something online and actually visiting the store?
The major difference is it's time saving if you buy online, and moreover there is a lot of variety available in online stores these days as compared to the local shops. If we have to see different types of things, then we have to visit a number of shops. If we talk about the online platforms, then everything is available under one screen, so you can just type and search whatever you want. So I prefer going online these days.
All right, perfect. So this brings us to the end of part 1.
Okay.
Now we shall begin part 2, in which I'll give you a cue card on which you will have to speak for 2 minutes.
Okay.
But before that, you will have 1 minute's time to prepare some notes which you can refer to while you are speaking.
Sure.
And this is your cue card. And your time starts now. So your time is up, and now you have 2 minutes to speak on it, and your time starts now.
Nowadays we see a variety of houses and different cities. As we go through the developed cities, then there is a more architectural work seen in the houses. Today I'll be talking about my cousin's house that I recently visited, that is in Chandigarh, the city of gardens, and it is recently built. I think it's a year-old house, and when I visited that house, it was so beautiful at the first sight. When I entered the house, it is a totally modular house with all the essential amenities available over there. There were big screen, and they call as a mini theater for them. They always, when we visited there, they planned a movie, and we had 3 hours spent over there, and we watched a nice movie that was very well maintained. And there was a bar inside their house with a swimming pool, and where we relished our best moments, and we captured a lot over there. And after that, if we go to the kitchen, then it's completely as according to the new technology, and the washing area was totally different, separate from the kitchen, and there was a big puja room where we worshipped, and overall the house was fabulous, and they spent a huge money. It is reflected from that house, and it was built in 500 square yards. And it was overall conclusion is that the best house I ever visited was my cousin's house. So uh, so I think I have never visited that at this kind of property. Earlier I have seen all these things in the lavish hotels, none before that. Moreover, it is my dream house now.
All right, your time is up. Thank you very much. May I have the cue card back?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. So this brings us to the end of this part 2 speaking, and now we are moving to part 3, which is this discussion round.
Okay.
So I'll ask you some general questions about the types of home.
Okay.
What kinds of home are most popular in your country?
In my country, independent houses are more popular. With most of them are single stories, and if we go to the urban cities where population is more higher than the normal cities, then flats are easily seen. The skyscrapers are there with hundreds of flats available inside that. So flats and independent houses are more commonly seen in my country these days.
Okay. What do you think are the advantages of living in a house rather than an apartment?
I think if we live in a independent house, then we own the property. We can build as much stories as we can, and we can modify according to our taste. We can have lawns in the front. We can have a kitchen garden also. But if we live in an apartment, then all these facilities are not available. We have to share parking with someone else. We have to, and moreover with the lawns, the big lawns are available in the apartment areas, but they are common with everyone. So major difference is that we have to share the major things that we need in our day-to-day life in the apartments. But if we talk about the houses, then we own everything.
Okay. Do you think that everyone would like to live in a larger house? Why?
I think from the inner hearts, everyone have a dream of living in a big house. Someone can easily afford them, but it's daunting task for other people to maintain such a big house. So I think everyone once have a dream of building a big house.
How easy is it to find a place to live in your country?
I think except the developed cities, or I can say where the population is more than the space, then it's very difficult to find a residential property. Or if when I talk about the states like Punjab, and where there is a lot of land, vacant land available, then it's very easy to find accommodation for someone to live.
All right. Do you think it's better to rent or to buy a place to live in? Why or why not?
I think it's depend upon individual's income, uh, how much he or she is earning, and the accommodation depends totally upon that. Whenever someone is migrated to another city in terms of doing job or to study, then most of people first of all rent their accommodations, and if they are going to they are planning to live there for a long time, then they all want that they should have their own house instead of renting it, because you cannot modify anything in a rented property else you are owning that.
All right. Do you think that there is a right age for young adults to stop living with their parents? Why is that?
I think adults should not leave their parents alone and live separately, because parents plays a vital role in upbringing of a individual. Moreover, when adults get married, their children are taken care of by the grandparents, and major thing is that when we live with our family, we are more taken care in terms of food, shelter, clothing. So our parents take care of all these needs of us. So living with parents is better than living alone. I should think like this.
All right, perfectly fine. Thank you very much. So, this brings us to the end of your speaking mock test.
Thank you.
So, now I would like to give you feedback on how you performed. Talking about part one, you did quite well, and you also used good vocabulary like trendy, and you used phrases like daunting task, and you also included words like architectural, adjective, modular in your cue card. So overall vocabulary was fine. I noticed a few errors that I would like to highlight so that you can improve upon those. You must use an year old,
And yeah.
an independent house. You use this twice, independent house. So, an independent house,
Fine.
right? So, that I would like to tell you. Then, had 3 hours of something. So, we enjoyed there for 3 hours, right? And it's moments. Moment, not movement, movement, it's moments. Then, just to suggest you some better phrases, you said that the kitchen was also like up to date or something like that. You could also use like latest kind of kitchen. If you want to highlight that, you can use the phrase like state of the art. State of the art kitchen. The, whatever you want to say is up to date, you can use this state of the art, like state of the art infrastructure in some city, state of the art laboratory in some college, in some university department, state of the art kitchen. This means that you have everything up to date or latest there.
Okay.
So this is a very good
State of
vocabulary,
art.
or yeah, you can use this. Then puja room.
Worship.
Yeah, so which is a place of worship, but you covered that later on. Initially, I was wondering if you would do that or not, but you covered it that where we worship. So it was fine. That if you ever happen to use some vernacular word, then you must explain it in English as well, because this is
Yes,
English
yes,
testing. Then it's never more higher. Higher is already a comparative degree,
Okay.
right?
Yeah,
High,
that's-
higher, highest. So we never add more with that, right? So higher than that. And then from the inner hearts, you
The
said
core of
something
our-
like this, yeah, from the core of everyone's heart, or you can simply say everyone would love to live in a big house because it is spacious and people can do all what different kinds of activities. They can have their own kitchen garden and lawn where they can while away their time just enjoying nature. They do gardening,
Yes.
so inner hearts is to me it didn't sound that good. People's, it's always people. I have told you many times. Many people,
People.
never peoples. So you also use words like residential property, that was fine, good. And if you are ever asked a question on like own house or a rented property, you can also use words like, they give, even in your writing task, you can do that. social security. It gives us social security. Right? When we are living on a rent, look, owner can tell us anytime to shift or to vacate that, place. But if it's our own home, if we own some property, then it's our right that we can, we are free of that fear that we can be, thrown away any time out something, or we won't be uncomfortable shifting again and again. So that social security is also there. And parents play, not plays. Parents, plural, play. With verb we won't have S then. Parents play a vital role in any child's life. So when the question was, do you think there is a right age for them to stop living with their children?
Yes.
So what according to you was the right age? Like it's 20 to 25, or when they become older than 25, or just as in foreign countries, they move out
I was thinking
at a very early age than we Indians do.
Yeah.
So you could also give an example here.
Okay.
You could compare and contrast the Western countries and the Indian culture of staying with family and staying away from family, because I always tell you that it's always better to give examples wherever possible, especially in the follow-ups and in the cue card.
Sure.
So here you could have done that, right? So it would have been much better, but still you did very well.
Okay, ma'am.
And last suggestion would be to improve upon your fluency.
Okay.
You speak fine, but I don't know, maybe you have some inhibitions that I might speak something wrong. Because of that, there is a break in the flow. There is don't be conscious, just speak.
Okay.
So because of consciousness, I think that thing is there. Otherwise, you were speaking very well.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.